Hi everybody, and welcome to Tutor Time. I'll be your host or your teacher today, Miss Allen. We're going over fractions. We're going to be decomposing fractions, which is a 4th grade standard, Common Core standard. So that means that wherever you are in the United States, this is something that your 4th grader would be learning this school year. At this time of the school year, this would be considered a review of beginning fractions. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, I did do basically a fractions one-on-one tutorial, and you should kind of click on that and watch that before you click on this. This is kind of the next part to that video. And so as you can see, this at the top is what I did in the fractions one-on-one tutorial, and now in this part we're going to be breaking down those fractions. So I've already drawn some tape diagrams, and from those tape diagrams we're going to be labeling and turning those into number binds. So let's get started. So first, let's look at number 1. I've already turned it into a tape diagram. I've already drawn my rectangle. It has how many parts? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good, scholars. So it has 5 parts. And if it has 5 parts, is 5 going to be our numerator or our denominator? That's right. You guys are so smart. So 5 is going to be our denominator. And so remember, when we're making a tape diagram, we want to start with all of our whole. But we won't do that with this one because we only have 4 out of those 5 parts that are shaded. So the 4 out of the 5 parts that are shaded is going to be our numerator. So our numerator in our tape diagram is going to show us how many parts are shaded. And so can you tell me, how many parts do we have shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 what? That's right. You guys are so smart. 4/5 of our tape diagram is shaded. So now let's label what parts are shaded. So if I only have 1 shaded part, what's going to be the fraction? Oh my goodness, you guys, that's right. 1/5. And I can put a plus sign here. And now, scholars, what's the next part that's shaded? Let's count and see. 1, 2, 3. 3 what? That's right, 3/5. And so now we're going to add that to our number bind. 1/5 and 3/5. So scholars, 1/5 plus 3/5 equals 4/5. See how easy that is? We're already decomposing fractions. Good job, you guys. Let's go on to number 2. We have our this whole piece. Think of it as maybe like a pack of Mamba or maybe a big Kit Kat. We have 1 whole candy bar, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many parts? 7 parts. I'm going to have to move my number bind up here. It has 7 parts. And scholars, how many parts are shaded? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 parts are shaded. So 4/7 of our tape diagram is shaded. Let's see how we have it broken down. This would be 2 what? 1, 2, and what's our denominator? 7. This has 1, 2, and what's our denominator? 7. So scholars, let's write this as part of our number bind. 2 7s and another 2 7s. So don't forget your plus sign in the middle. So scholars, 2 7s plus 2 7s equal 4 7s. We have one more down here, number 3. I'll wait 1 second and give you the opportunity to do it. At this time, if I was in a classroom with my scholars, I would tell them to tell me what to write. So, you tell me. I'm listening. Okay. Tell me how many parts we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this is a tricky one because our whole number only goes to 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this case, our denominator is going to be the 4 because our denominator only tells us the parts of our whole. So we're going to have 4 as our denominator. And I didn't shade it, but I'll shade it in now. 1, 2, 3 parts. And what is our denominator? That's right, you guys. You're so smart. 4. And let's shade one more part in. Oops, I just said one more part. So I have one more part. And that's 1/4. So our whole number is 4/4. And now we have 3/4 plus 1/4 equals our 4/4. Very good, scholars. And now we're going to do it in reverse. We have our equation here, 4/5 equals 1/5 plus 2/5 plus 1/5. And now we're going to draw down here a tape diagram to match it. So, scholars, here's my rectangle. How many parts is this whole going to have? I'll wait. That's right, 5. So in order to get 5 parts, we need to draw 4 lines. Very good. So how many of these 5 parts should be shaded in? It tells you here, 4/5. So 4 parts need to be shaded in. Now, how many parts are going to be our whole? What's going to tell you that? That's right, you guys. The denominator will tell you how many parts are in your whole. So all 5 parts are going to equal my whole. Now let's split it up. They want us to show 1/5, then 2/5, 1, 2, and now 1/5 again. So scholars, here's our whole. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts, which is our denominator. And we have 1/5 is shaded in, plus another 2/5 are shaded in, and 1/5 plus 2/5 equals how many fifths? That's right, 3/5 plus one more fifth. What's 3 plus 1? 4. That's right, 4/5. So 4/5 equals 1/5 plus 2/5 plus 1/5. So I hope this video was helpful with you in showing you how to decompose fractions, how to take a fraction and create it into a tape diagram, and from a tape diagram, take it and change it into a number line, and then also how to take a equation with a fraction and then turn it into a tape diagram. So I hope this was helpful to you. I like to keep these videos short, not to give you too much information, but please check back and see what other tutorials I have for you. I'm sure they'll be a big help with you and your scholar. Have a great day, and remember, stay safe.